Now, all the games, all the highlights. You've waited for it long enough. The WSAV Friday Night Blitz, driven by your Savannah and Lowcountry Honda dealers, is on the air.
Here we go. Welcome to the Blitz on WSAV. It is time for the second round of the playoffs with Connor Delpreet. I'm Greg Talbot. Thank you for staying up late with us tonight.
As every week, we've got games from all the levels tonight, but we want to start, Greg, with the big boys.
Yeah, last week was wild. Even though the 6A teams around here had kind of a down year all around, all four of them won their first round playoff games. Let's see if they could do it again. Down I-95, Richmond Hill with a brutal second round draw. Coffee coming to the Hill for this one. Trojans pinned back inside their own 10-yard line in the first. Maurice Turner tries to make a cut, but before he can turn too far upfield, Ronald Fusilier is going to pin him down on the takedown. Later on the drive, third down and short, Coffee would get into the end zone to start us up. Turner puts the Trojans up 6 as he gets into the end zone. Wildcats, though, would proceed to miss a field goal on their next drive, and Coffee would make them pay. They go back to the ground. This is a team that loves to run it up the middle. It'll be Turner again, and on the next play, he'll make his way all the way down inside the 20. That was from their own 20. It was almost a 40-yard run. On the other end of this play, they would cap it off with a touchdown of their own on the ground. A.J. Wilkerson, quarterback sneak, would call his own number and push the pile. Trojans up 14-0 at halftime. They would add a third quarter touchdown, but it wasn't enough. Wildcats end the year with a 20-7 loss. Looking at other scores in 6A, Glenn goes down against Titletown. Valdosta wins by 11, and I think we knew how this one was going to go. Effingham plays one of the state's best programs in Lee County. They get dropped 54-0. Elsewhere, future South Carolina running back Kevin Harris and his Bradwell Tigers in Central Georgia tonight. They get shut out by Northside, so unfortunately that is it for the 6A bracket. We'll go down to 5A. Wayne County survived the scare in the first round. Bainbridge tonight trying to be tougher, so that's, you know what? I think that was actually our play of the week instead of the actual highlights from the game. That's a bummer. Anyway, Wayne County did end up losing to Bainbridge. We'll try to get that highlight for you later in the show. Elsewhere in 5A, New Hampstead pulled off a sweet first-round upset last week. They cannot do it again tonight. They lose 25-6 out at Stockbridge. And Ware County, a defensive powerhouse, gives up 35 to Warner Robins, and that is the end of the road for them. Connor.
All right, Benedictine racked up 45 points last week, but it was against a team that, in my opinion, had no business in the playoffs. Tonight, a much tougher matchup against West Side out of Macon. This one was tight the whole way around. 21-14 West Side at half. BC came out swinging. They would just chip away at yards. Rico Powers takes just over 2 minutes to tie it up with a touchdown run from that guy, Rico Powers. Greg, you love to bring up the fact that Kirby Smart is very interested.
Kirby Smart came to Savannah for that.
That's a big deal. Next, big time pass to a wide open Jalen Hollywood Kennedy from Victor Dixon. I talked in the Thursday Blitz Countdown about this Dixon quarterback. He's very good, very versatile, and he's shown it off here. A few plays later, they'd cap it off with a cross pattern to Landon Emery, who scoots through for the touchdown. They'd also get the 2-point conversion. Later, Benedictine would march back down the field, and they'd score again, this time from the future Wolfpack stud, Jakeem Harris. And they'd use him again to get a 2-point conversion of their own. And just like that, we would be tied up once again. This was a back-and-forth affair all night. The Cadets move on. They squeak by West Side 43-36 the final. All right, Jenkins had arguably one of the most impressive performances last week. Warriors knocking off Appling County, and it earned them a home game tonight against Pike County. Headed to the fourth quarter, Jenkins up 16-3, but Antoine Warren with Pike County makes it interesting, slashing through the Warrior D. Extra points blocked, so it's still an 8-point game. Jenkins went 3 and out, so with 5 minutes left, Pike has the ball, but that Jenkins D is ferocious. First, Amon Tinsley lays down the law. Coach Cameron wants his guys to finish this job. Pike County going for it on fourth down. Pass is completed to Warren, almost gets his head knocked off. Ooh. He's still on his feet, but Akilo Stone makes the stop well short of the first down. Turnover on downs. You need to bleed the clock, so who do you give it to? Yeah, future Marshall guy. Jeremy Smith keeps those legs churning for the first down, and just like that, ices the game for the Warriors. Fantastic win for this Jenkins team.
And nobody circles the wagons like the Jenkins Warriors.
I love that. All right, Liberty County needed a superhuman effort from Chris Coleman against Peach County.
Didn't get it.
They did not get it, unless he got those 8 points there. Still not superhuman,
Probably
though. They
did.
can't get back to the Elite Eight again. They lose tonight, but region rival Pierce County, they're a buzzsaw. My buzzword for Pierce County, 45-point blowout win for them.
All right, we are just getting started here on the Friday Night Blitz from WSAV Sports. In the first round, our two best Savannah private schools had a bye, Calvary and Christian. We'll get to their highlights, plus Memorial Day. This game was a two-pointer. Both scored over 30 points. We'll see how that one finished after the break. All right, time for our performance of the week, brought to you by Subway. And this is a guy who we will get to more in a second. Calvary Day's star running back, Jalen Leary, co-region player of the year in 2017. He put on a show tonight, 4 touchdowns to lead the way for the Cavs. We'll find out if they won in just a second. But for now, back on the Blitz. And it's been a pretty good year for the private schools here in the city. For the first time since like maybe 2015, both Calvary and Christian are serious playoff contenders.
Yeah, college programs chomping at the bit for a lot of the guys on this team, and for good reason. But, of course, they want to see how they perform under pressure, and there's no more pressure-filled area or time than the playoffs.
Our WSAV Blitz Coach of the Year, Baker Woodward, getting his feet wet in playoff action with Savannah Christian this week against Hebron Christian. Early Hebron, they were given a break when Jordan Grant coughed up the rock and the Lions recover. That would lead to a short touchdown run here. Ethan Burrows and the Lions go up 7. That's not what we were expecting to see. But Christian had some success offensively. Like this bomb, Spencer Robichaux, the sophomore quarterback. He finds his experienced former quarterback, now running back and receiver Jordan Grant. He would get stuffed on 4th down on the line sometime later, but another big gain here for Jordan Grant. He likes to find him down the sideline, then miss a field goal later in the drive. But after a decent drive, the Raiders would get into position here to tie it up with a short run from a short pass to Markel Brown. A good times in Pooler. Baker Woodward has his team into the 3rd round. In his first year as head coach, Christian holds on 14-7.
Now, Calvary Day's only loss of the year came against that Savannah Christian team. The Cavs hosting a playoff game of their own tonight against Holy Innocents. First quarter, no score. Ronnie Williams drops back to pass, and Landon Carty just goes up and gets it. Man, this big play leads to a short TD a few plays later. Coach not happy about that. Extra point no good, so it's 6-0 away team. Cavs offense heating up, though. Grant Thomas doing his own version of what Holy Innocents just did. Hauls in, going up the ladder to get it. Carver this time with a shorter pass, but just as lethal. There he is. Jalen Leary just scoots through the defense. He's in for 6. Just like that, it's 7-6 Cavs.
Thomas Carver can throw a beautiful spiral.
He absolutely can. Calvary Day has been pretty good on defense, if you haven't heard, too. Syed Stevens, Mama didn't raise no dummy. He knows to play through the whistle. How about that? Catches the fumble out of midair. He's in for 6, and that would be the turning point for these Cavs. They steamroll Holy Innocents 52-12. They are on to Thanksgiving weekend, Greg.
All right, down to the independent schools. Memorial Day trying to survive a playoff run without their head coach, and it didn't start well. Brentwood goes over the top on their second drive. Chase Everett gets him on the board first. He's behind the defense, but Memorial would get the ball back, and they would fight back. Delvecchio Powell on the screen pass. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's gone. 40 yards, untouched, tie game. And I want to shout him out again. Connor, watch this. This kid is untackleable. Watch this run. It's not a touchdown, but it takes 6 defenders to stop him for a gain of 20 yards.
He's not the largest man either.
Yeah, no, he's just a bowling ball. Yeah, later in the second, they mix it up. They air it out for Julian Roberts. There's the spark, and here comes the fire. Watch Powell take the whole defense with him. Goes left, reverses course, comes back right, and beats him to the end zone.
My goodness.
They're not going to get him. Awesome play. Blue Thunder, though, they win in a close one, 36-34. Delvecchio, get that screen time, kid. Okay, elsewhere, new head coach Pat Collins has Bullock Academy riding high into the second round, but they get wiped out on the road 45-14, and RTCA goes down as well. Edmund Burke wins by 6. Wrapping up Georgia scores here, Terrell Academy takes home a win 21-17 against St. Andrews.
All right, May River took care of business last Friday in some sloppy, muddy conditions. Tonight, still muddy conditions. The Sharks thrive in it, though. They get on the board first as Ahmad Green keeps it, runs it in himself, giving May River the early 7-0 lead in the second quarter. Was that a Christmas sweater I saw? It's too early, bro.
Wait for Thursday.
Yet. Sharks D stepping up, though. Caleb Folk picks off a Josh Strickland pass and runs it back deep into Indian territory. And once he's finally taken down, it's green time once again, baby. 5 yards out gives the Sharks a 14-0 commanding lead into halftime. Now Gilbert would get on the scoreboard to start the second half as running back Cody Temples takes a direct snap, a little wildcat action a la Miami Dolphins, cutting into May River's lead. Sharks look to gain the edge back when it's green again. Dude had 3 touchdowns already. Unbelievable performance from him. May River looking good, up 21-7.
Are you trying to say it's all about the green?
It might be all about the green. Also, Brennan Morales, too, you can't forget. He can't go a week without scoring a touchdown. He's allergic to not scoring. Sharks into the third round for the first time in school history. Everything's first time in school history here. They win 27-7. And the number 2 team out of that region picks up a win as well. Wade Hampton doubles up Strom Thurmond, but AA is not kind to Whale Branch. They lose by a pair of touchdowns to Carvers Bay. And congrats to South Carolina 8-man champion Beaufort Academy, Mark Clifford. Leads them to a first-year championship with a win over Andrew Jackson. All right, time now for our play of the week presented by Subway. And it's that Calvary Day defense, and Syed Stevens-Duke is going to be so happy to have him next year. Playing through the whistle, as coaches always teach you. Picks up that, and it was really the spark that gave Calvary the juice that it needed, the juice we hear about so often to win this game, Greg.
All right, so if you don't follow Connor on Twitter, you should. He has the teams moving on. Pierce, Benedictine, Jenkins, Calvary, Christian, May River, Wade Hampton. Thanksgiving weekend is going to be fun. Give thanks for a couple wins. Awesome. So we'll see you back here on Friday night. Giving thanks.
Giving thanks.
Connor, Greg, we're nerds. See you next Friday.
No Christmas sweaters yet. It's still Thanksgiving.